right, we're in. We are inside the rider. The best podcast intro in the world.
The best podcast in the world, bro.
What you saying, bro?
I'm all right, mate.
How you doing, my man?
It's cold in here, bro. This country is cold, man.
Yeah, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, just literally out of shot on my screen right now. I've got a radiator just like stashed to the side.
Yeah, I have one. I have one too, just down here.
You can't see it, but I'm surrounded by radiators right now. It's cold, fam.
Oh, mate.
I got up this morning and it's like a white Christmas has just arrived. Like we've been snowed in.
I was driving back from the club and it just started kicking off. You know when you drive real fast and it looks like you're going warp speed because of all the snow.
That's one way to explain it.
Yeah.
So you've been away for the last couple of weeks, Dubs.
It's been.
So tell us what you've been up to, man. What's been going on?
It's been a good break, man. Like, you know what? Every single year, it's like New Year's Eve comes and then January comes, and my workflow, I kind of tend to be like, right, let's make sure I hit the ground running and make sure that moving forwards I'm working super hard, and January is super busy. Well, this year I thought actually to do the opposite. So I booked a holiday, took Leanne and Roman, and we just flew to Thailand, bruv, for 2 weeks. So went adventuring there. Obviously, I didn't switch off 100% because I was still filming and vlogging while I was out there. But in terms of
this guy was like, stuff, I'm leaving my phone at home. I'm cutting off from the world. A week later, I got a message.
No, you know what?
Yes, bro. How's things, man? How's things? Like, put your phone down.
No.
What are you doing?
I didn't say I was leaving my phone.
I was thinking my missus is like, you're gonna message him back. I was like, no, I'm ignoring him.
Bro, I was looking to record a podcast.
He's not supposed to be messaging me.
I wanted to record a podcast from Thailand, man. What the fuck? But no, it was a good digital detox. Although I did actually still have my phone on me. The only thing I used was WhatsApp. So I was just like, there was a couple of times where I was just literally sat down, not really doing much. Just by the pool.
I like that whole digital detox, man. I need to take a leaf out of your book when it comes to them things, mate.
Oh,
seriously,
bro, it's so needed.
I find it hard to disconnect, like completely disconnect like that. I feel like I'm missing something, man. It's so sad.
Yeah, but you know what? Like,
help me, guys.
No, I feel that way as well. And social media is kind of designed that way to keep us addicted. But I just realised, like, you know what? If I'm off for 2 weeks, no one really cares. Like, as depressing as that sounds, no one really cares if I don't tweet for 2 weeks.
That's true. In the grand scheme of things, nobody gives a shit about the war.
No. But ultimately as well,
jokes.
Everything, all the topics and all the songs and trending topics and everything moves so quickly that if you miss something in those 2 weeks, it doesn't matter really, because unless it's absolutely massive, it's irrelevant by the time you get back.
Unless you're R. Kelly.
Unless you're R. Kelly, of course.
I'm trying to think, was the R. Kelly situation, was this whole thing before you went away?
It was popping off literally just before I went. I think like 2 days before I went away was when the whole R. Kelly thing kicked off.
Yeah, you've not missed much. You've not missed much else.
I haven't seen the documentary. Have you seen it?
I've watched like the first part. I've not watched them all because I just don't have time for TV, man. I need to make time. But I've read all sorts, and I am a long life. So, I don't even know if I can say if I'm still a long life R. Kelly fan. This is the thing, man. What is the situation is awkward. And then to top it off, like there's a documentary about Michael Jackson on the way, which is about to expose all sorts of craziness, man.
Don't do it to don't do it to Michael Jackson.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it to Michael G.
That's like my go-to artist. When me and Roman, like, for anyone watching, Roman's my son. He's only 6. When we're driving anywhere, Michael Jackson is the playlist, and we're driving singing our hearts out, mate. So they can't do it to Mike, please.
Bro, it's like someone said to me the other day that he won't get treated the same, and the boycott won't be the same because he's dead. Like, maybe people tend to forget it a little bit more. But apparently, there's 2 people that had a case on MJ back in the day, and they've came back out the woodwork and are saying all sorts of craziness. The film's not reached the public yet. It was aired at a film festival in America, but like loads of like critics and stuff went through and watched it, and it's 4 hours long.
So that's four 1 hour Netflix specials.
Well, no, it's split into 2 parts. So because it was that brutal, they allowed everyone to go for a break midway through the film.
Oh my word!
And some of the tweets that I read from these reviewers, man. Oh my god! I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it when it comes.
No, leave Mike alone, man.
Leave poor Michael alone, man.
Yeah, that's
so.
That's
Where do you stand on this whole R. Kelly situation, bro? Have you had any situations yet? Because I had one last week in the club, which was quite interesting.
All right, before we talk about the situations, can you very briefly summarize the synopsis of the documentary? Like, so for anyone, like myself included, my education of this has only come from like Twitter conversations, WhatsApp groups, and memes. So
okay, so basically, right, R. Kelly, it's no secret that he's had a few sticky situations over the years when it comes to like
sexy times.
Yeah, sexy times with that's one way to put it. With like underage people, right. And like for the people that are plugged in will know about the situations with Aaliyah and stuff when like before she was old enough to like consent and whatnot. And everything's he's kind of just gone through his career, R. Kelly. Like he's one of the R&B greats, and even though a lot of people spoke about these things, I don't think it was ever fully truly pinned on him to the extent that this documentary being released is kind of it's like a career ender, man. It's basically a run of like witness accounts of people that have worked in and around him, females that have been around him, and they're basically just exposing the man that basically the man that is R. Kelly. Wow. Like their own run-ins with their own run-ins with him, their own personal dealings with him, and it's just not made for great viewing, put it that way, man. Like it's to the point where there's like a world boycott for R. Kelly. That's
mad. So in terms of what the documentary's saying, then is he a paedophile? Is that what the documentary's getting at?
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much, yeah. Excuse me. And I've not even seen too much from R. Kelly. I've not even seen too much from R. Kelly since the drop of it, to be fair. But going off what I've read on social media and how it's been reacted to in the clubs, it's at the point where I don't even think we're going to be able to even play R. Kelly anymore. And do we even want to play? Like, do we even want to play R. Kelly? Like,
so I'm sure. But I actually read that wasn't he going to announce something on Facebook or something? There was a Facebook group that he started. I can't remember what it said it was called, but exposing the lies or something like that. So R. Kelly actually announced that he would be exposing something about the people that were talking about him. And then the Facebook group where he had said the announcement would come from got shut down by Facebook. So
oh my god!
I read that somewhere, but that was kind of just I didn't see if that was backed up by anything, but that was just something I read that was going to happen.
Maybe he probably knew this documentary was going to drop and was probably thinking, oh, I should jump the gun and say a few words.
No. Said it after the documentary came out.
Oh, this is after it came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all a bit mad, mate.
I've not even seen that, but the fact that Facebook have locked it off, it's a bit peak.
This takes me back to the conversation we had previously about artists that we should ban and people that we should stop playing, when we were talking about Solo 4-5 and all the stuff. Obviously, that's properly come to like the public light now, like.
Oh shit! Yeah, that.
But do you remember? So we were actually. I was talking about the fact that even back then, when he first got arrested, and I knew about it, I was like, right, I'm not playing his songs. The guy's a monster, mate. I'm not playing that stuff. But then at the same time, I would quite happily play a Vibes Cartel set. But the man's a convicted murderer.
Bro,
do you know what I mean? So like,
what you just said, yeah, is what happened in my experience with this girl.
Okay, go on.
Who came and asked for, a girl come up to me and I played right. I shouldn't have done it, to be fair. It was like a week after this documentary came out, and I was like, oh, I'll test the water. I won't play an R. Kelly record. I played, it was a Migos remix, but it was the Ignition instrumental.
Right, okay.
The R. Kelly Ignition instrumental. So I didn't think anything of it at the time. I just flipped through, seeing Migos, D. James on the refix. I was like, yeah, I'll throw that in. Bro, I swear I got hounded by like 3 females, man. I literally looked to the right and they were like, no, you can't play this, blah, 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 blah. So I ended up chatting to one of the chicks and I was like, is this gonna be the same energy for Vibes Cartel? when we're playing the bashment later on.
Yeah.
And she just kind of looked at me as if to say like, oh, Semi got a point, but didn't try and argue with me about it either. So I was just kind of like, I wonder what she was really thinking. Like, I wonder if she was thinking, oh, maybe he's got a point here, or bun that because Vybz Kartel's my guy, and R. Kelly. You know what I mean? It's one of them, man. It can be a preference thing to some people because there's no way Vybz ain't getting boycotted. So
I mean, you know the BBC have boycotted Vybz Kartel, right? So ever since he was first put in jail, like you can't. The BBC will not play anything related to Kartel. But I mean, I've justified it in a way, and I can't remember if I said this in the early podcast that we spoke about it, but I justify it in a way that the Vybz Kartel situation obviously is very messed up, but everyone involved in that was a gangster. They were all involved in crime, and that kind of lifestyle, you kind of know that that's probably one of the routes that's going to happen. You're either going to kill or be killed or end up in jail. Do you know what I mean? So like, although I'm not justifying it, nobody was innocent in that situation, not even the victim. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
I hear that.
For me, I mean, it is kind of a double standard, excuse the pun, but in that instance, I feel it's completely different to the instance with R. Kelly. Like do you know what I mean? Like,
so are you saying it just depends on each individual circumstance, regardless of what's been committed?
I guess so. I think. Well, I mean, also if all this documentary had turned out that actually R. Kelly was nothing to do with sex, but if it turned out R. Kelly had actually killed a bunch of people, or maybe, do you know what I mean, like killed some people, but it was all gang related when he was younger, like I don't feel there would be such a huge public outcry about this.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like even
I think it's the whole like the sexual exploitation thing, the underage thing, like that is like
definitely.
It just puts a different swing on things in it. People like when people think about it mentally, like it just, and it's a 6-part, man. Like this guy's been chucked under the bus fully.
6 parts.
I don't agree with 6 parts. I'm just reading on it now, and apparently it's available to watch online now. Like properly.
It was on Netflix, right? So, was it a Netflix series?
No, it wasn't on Netflix. No, it was on it was on one of them online streaming sites, but yeah, I don't think it's made Netflix yet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was on Netflix. So yeah, it's weird because when I was playing the other night, I actually was just in the warm up and I drew for Cassidy Hotel, and then literally as I dropped it, I was like, oh shit, this is like R. Kelly produced it. R. Kelly's singing the best part of it. So that cancels this song. I had to mix out.
Bro, you can't play that song anymore.
I know, but I feel
that song's probably about a fucking 15-year-old or something, man.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I feel bad for Cassidy because that's the only record he really dropped that properly resonated like for such a long time. Do you know what I mean? Name another Cassidy song that banged real. As much as Hotel did.
I'm a Hustler.
No.
I'm a Hustler.
It still wasn't as big as Hotel.
Yeah, it wasn't as big, but it might have been in the clubs. I'm a Hustler was doing the bits in the clubs
at the time, but it's not.
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Homie.
Hasn't got the longevity of Hotel.
Hotel is like one of them nostalgic '90s classics in it, like in the Hall of Fame. Well, maybe not anymore, but it was. And look, Cassidy just lost his only banger, man. Pressure.
Yeah, that wasn't a '90s record, but yeah, it was.
It was '90s, wasn't it?
No,
was it 2002 or something like that?
Early 2000s. Yeah, early 2000s.
Right, 90s, you know, stylish. But, come on.
Yeah, and then it got me thinking, like, bruv, there is so many songs that have to be cancelled now.
Bro, like, one guy jumped in my WhatsApp the other day and was like, "We cancelling R. Kelly's Minor. He's only got 2 or 3 hits." I said, bro.
Yeah.
Stop right now, yeah. I could reel off about 8, like, off the top of my head, like, straight off the cuff. Like what hits? What like let's reel off a couple of the R. Kelly hits now that I've been. But you said Hotel. You've got like Happy People,
Summertime,
World's Greatest. What's it? Step in the Name of Love, Bump and Grind. My Body's Calling. I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah. Oh, have you got a list in front of you right now? Or are you just freestyling?
Nah. I'm not no list. I swear. Look, I'm on camera. No list.
Nice.
No list. Bro, I was a massive R. Kelly fan. Like, what else do you have?
Marcus Houston, Clubbing.
Did you ever think as well? Remember that one?
Yeah, with Nas. That was one I saw in my list the other day. Fiesta with Jay-Z.
Fire Thong.
Oh,
man. What else? Oh, bro, my man's got...
Snake.
Nah, do you know what?
Snake.
And,
Play it. You remember Players Only with The Game?
Players Only. Yeah. How does that record start? I remember I used to mix the vinyl, yeah. But it had the little vocal drop at the start before it came in. So if you wanted to drop it right, you're right. If you didn't catch it, like you were in trouble. What?
Bro.
Do you know what? No, R. Kelly. We've killed him, man. R. Kelly's done. 2004 Hotel was as well.
Yeah, there you go. So
get no better. Cassidy had that.
But that wasn't as big as Hotel though. I'm
not sure I'm not sure how I'm going to approach this R. Kelly situation. Like, is it an indefinite ban now?
How far? Like, but how far do we take it, bruv? Because obviously, like, his actual songs have to be cancelled. Anything that is an R. Kelly song, you can't play. Yep. I mean, I haven't played it for a very long time, but you can't play Ignition remix in the club now. You can't play.
Can't play what?
Ignition remix in the club.
Yeah, Ignition remix is one of the even still, man, timeless anthem.
I've got to like when I do. Occasionally, I'll do like a proper slow jam set at the end of the night, and quite often I'll start it with Bump and Grind just because it's got that whole a cappella intro bit. Like,
my body.
I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to change my Stop singing R. Kelly, man. What's wrong with you?
Sorry, I'm still waking up, guys. Bear with me, man.
I'm gonna have to change the whole intro for my slow jam set now. Fuck's sake.
Yep. About how many DJs around the world cannot play Bump and Grind as the last song right now? Because you know that is the most baited up song on the planet for like end of night records.
How far do we take it now? Because so all of his singles are cancelled, and now do we have to stop playing every song that he featured in? Because that obviously featured R. Kelly, so we have to take him out of that. See you later, Cassidy. And now what about production? What about songs that he just produced? What about songs that he wrote? What about songs that he had played to himself once in the car? Listen, do you know what I mean? Like, how far do we go with the R. Kelly ban?
I was sat there the other night and I was like, do I just delete everything of R. Kelly out of my iTunes right now? And just say goodbye. I never did though. I've got 153 R. Kelly songs in my
it's mad.
In my iTunes.
Mad, isn't it?
That's yeah. What? I've typed in R. Kelly. Oh right. Oh shit, he had the flipping album with Jay-Z, man.
Yeah, World's Great. No, what was it called?
Best of Both Worlds.
Best of Both Worlds. That's it. That had a couple. That had a couple of tunes on there. To be fair,
bro, that had some bangers on it. Oh my god.
Him and Jay-Z fell out after that album. I wonder if it's anything to do with all this fuckery shit that's going on.
Yeah, it's probably something to do with the whole Aaliyah situation, man. Because Jay-Z and Aaliyah were pretty close back then, innit? Yeah. Like, or they spoke, and then obviously on the Age Ain't Nothing But a Number album that Aaliyah dropped, like, I never even noticed this, but it's a picture of her leaning up against the wall, and then there's like a dude in the background leaning up against the wall. Bro,
it's R. Kelly.
It's R. Kelly. I never even clocked that. And then the album is called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, you know. Some pre-signals.
Oh, mate.
Family. Like, I'm disappointed, Kels. I'm disappointed. But it's interesting to see the other DJs' opinions, because I've been on Twitter and seen people like, I'm still going to play him. Or like some DJs that have tested him out in the club and got a bad reaction.
Yeah.
I know G2 played a R. Kelly song because I seen him tweeting about it, and had the whole crowd getting on his case. but he probably just did it on purpose. He'd be like, "Fuck these guys," and stop playing R. Kelly anyway. I actually played it it wasn't by accident, but I just wasn't thinking, and it wasn't an R. Kelly record. It was just a refix. Yeah. And it quickly backfired in my face.
So even then, like, if that's a refix, that's just a beat.
It was it was the Ignition beat. Yeah, it was just the Ignition beat, but obviously because it perks up people's ears and they recognise the sound, yeah, some gal came over like straight away, and I've not played anything from R. Kelly since. So yeah, we'll have to see how the situation unfolds, man. I've not read anything else on it since, but it's looking like it's an international boycott situation.
You know, the record label Sony dropped him.
Yeah. Apparently he's had more streams though.
Well, yeah.
Apparently he's had more streams.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, bruv.
A lot of people that maybe didn't follow R. Kelly coming through won't know his background, and might even just be hearing about him now. Do you know what I mean? Like he's not in the public eye like he used to be.
No, not at all.
Well, before this, anyway.
Yeah, he's nowhere near.
I reckon a whole heap of new people have kind of caught on his wave now and probably going to check out his stuff and whatnot.
He's nowhere near as big as he was around when the time when
it's just
Space
like every
Jam
song
dropped.
now. What's that?
Space Jam. Does that mean we have to not ever watch Space Jam again?
Oh shit! He wasn't in Space Jam though, was he?
No, but his song was the soundtrack to it.
Yeah.
So we can't. You can't watch Space Jam now.
It's just like all the song names of the records that he released. They just don't sound right now.
Oh shit.
Like, I don't know. Like your body's calling. Do you know what I mean? Like all these songs, man, bump and grind and that, bruv.
Yeah.
Nah, like I just can't. What was the one that he did with Usher? Same girl.
Same girl.
Pressure.
Oh, imagine if it came out about Usher. What would happen then? Fuck.
Nah, Usher wouldn't do that. It's surprising, man. It's surprising. I always knew he was a bit of a weirdo, but I didn't think it was going to come out to that extent.
Do you think if he was still making bangers now, yeah? If like R. Kelly legit was pumping out some proper heavy music now, do you think people would keep the same attitude towards it? Would they be like, oh, fuck R. Kelly's cat? Do you think it's only because he's got like a slightly older catalogue that's not resonating so much now that people are so onto it?
I'm not sure, man. I think because of what he's done, or like what the whole situation is around. Like it's not like the subject matter. It's too temperamental, innit, man? Like when it comes to like being underage and like sexual exploitation and all them other things.
It's bad.
I reckon it. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad, innit? Like it just doesn't sit well. Like it's all like there's so many artists out there that have like the criminal activities and stuff like that, but get away, but still crack on same way. The music's still accepted. Do you know what I mean? But like if it comes down to something like what's going on with R. Kelly, I think the situation is completely different, man. Like yeah, like look at the solo thing, man. My man's finished, and anyway, he's ended up getting found guilty for most of it.
Yeah,
I can't remember the exact number, but it was like 30 odd cases against him or something.
Oh, bro, there was like I think 31 charges and 22 of them were rapes.
Bro, that is like finished.
Yeah,
finish him.
Proper.
Like that's crazy.
Someone needs to feed him to the fucking lions, mate.
Well, this whole stuff with R. Kelly, like, what happens now? Like, he gets arrested. Like, what? I don't understand. Like, I'm just gonna keep looking into it and see how it unfolds, man. But I don't understand. Like, what happens? Like, all these people come out say all these things about him on TV, and then what?
Yeah,
That's
so
if over and he just gets left alone.
Well, no, I'm guessing if what he did was illegal, then he'd probably end up getting arrested. Someone will be investigating it. If he's really out here doing stuff like that to underage girls and it's all come to light now, then he's probably going to get pinched for it. He's probably going to get nicked.
I'm just trying to find I read an article the other day that had some interesting facts on it. I'm just trying to pick it up. Excuse me.
I'm still trying to figure out how far the ban has to go. Like, show
I think it's just, bruv, man are still going to be playing R. Kelly at home.
That was my next question. If you're in the bedroom, imagine
you're
in the
telling
bedroom.
me a lot of this will be sheep, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
People will just feel like they have to boycott R. Kelly.
Yeah.
But You're telling me man aren't still gonna play R. Kelly at home in the yard? I think they will. I think they will. But obviously, you can't be seen to be pushing stuff in the public eye when everyone else has gone against it.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're just one of them guys that just likes rubbing people up the wrong way and you just want to go out there and start shouting R. Kelly anyway. Like, I just can't. Yeah. Oh, Kells. Here we go. 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 Yeah, well, 10 hours ago, there's been a video post on YouTube saying the FBI are now investigating R. Kelly.
Yeah, there you have it.
Pressure.
Oh, do you know what's mad as well? There was even, I'm just thinking of you saying about that age ain't nothing but a number, yeah? There's even more signs. R. Kelly called himself the Pied Piper.
Yeah, bruv.
The Pied Piper was the guy that came to that town and used his fiddle and made
the Pied Piper
and made all the children leave with him in the fairy tale.
Fam.
The dude was out there like being that obvious about it. What the fuck?
The guy was out there shouting about it in people's faces. That obvious that people didn't see it.
The Pied Piper. Yeah.
My guy was coming on the record and going, "It's the Pied Piper."
Oh no!
Yo, guys, I'm laughing because I'm tired. Yeah, so I'm not laughing. I know it's a serious subject matter. But yeah, brother, I don't know, man. I don't know. I won't be playing him in the clubs.
Yeah, it's all a bit crazy.
But if he slips on the iTunes in the crib, I'm not gonna turn him off. Like, I don't know what else to say. Have you disappeared? I think I've lost him, guys. Yep, I've lost double mid. I've lost double mid podcast. Let's see if we can get him back on. Come on, Dubs, you there, mate? Yo.
That was weird.
I just lost you mid podcast, man. What happened?
I don't know. It just cut off this end as well. It happened around about the 26-minute mark, so you can just chop that there to this bit.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm still recording anyway. I've got like 3 minutes. I've got like 3 minutes left on my
cool. We can
before I have to switch it over.
Wrap it up now anyway, because it's almost half an hour.
I can't. I was about to say something then, but I forgot what I was gonna say. I was in the middle of saying something.
Trace it back. So we were talking about the Pied Piper. Then we were talking about.
Oh yeah, no, it was my like final stance on it is I'm probably not gonna play him in the clubs, or in my club sets, but if I'm at home and the iTunes is on shuffle and R. Kelly comes on, I'm not gonna turn him off.
Fair enough. To be honest, I don't really listen to R. Kelly in a home situation. There's only one situation. There's only one situation I'd be listening to R. Kelly at home. And yeah, I probably wouldn't stop what I was doing to change the song.
I lost my virginity to an R. Kelly record.
Yes, which one? Which one? Which one? Players only.
I can't even say.
Yes, you can. Go on, tell me.
Nah, it was I Wish. Do you remember that shit?
Bruv, I used to love that. I used to love that song.
I wish.
Yes.
That one?
Yeah, bruv, that's about his friend that died, man. What a weird song to lose your virginity
I just shared one of my most intimate moments of the Talkover podcast.
Stylus dropping his rocks to a tribute song
on my dad's living room fucking carpet, mate.
Oh, Stylus the finesser.
Anyway.
Amazing.
Anyway, we'll leave. I think we'll leave it there, shall we?
That is the perfect place to end up.
Oh, we're officially back in the building.
Yes.
Every Wednesday night or Thursday night if we don't miss the drop.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming.
We're making
weekly.
It work. We're trying our best.
Every week.
We're trying our best. Every week. Subscribe to the channel, yeah. Hit the button. Keep in the loop. If you want to hit us up on social media, it's #Talkover Podcast. Get involved. Write in the comments. All that good stuff. Follow myself. Follow Double. And yeah, man. We'll see you next week for another one, boys.
Peace.